Good morning. Happy Get It On Thursday. Good morning, Sandollar. Aloha. Good morning. All right, I'm on Discord as well. I forgot to do that. Good morning. Good morning. And yeah, today we're kind of expecting inside bar potential to be very high. Said this yesterday at lunchtime. Stream paused. What? Because I don't have it on my screen correctly. But yeah, lunchtime. It is honestly pretty crazy how early I call those out. But it's not that I'm calling them out. It's that I'm just saying like, hey, this could happen soon. Just because of what we've seen. Good day, lad. Good day, bro. You get those Pokemon cards yet? I am dying, man. Almost ITM. Oh, nice. Good shit. I won't lie. I woke up with like a cramp in my leg and I was like, I don't want to stream. And then like 20, 30 minutes went by and I was like, I want to stream. Weird how that works out. Oh, real quick. Let me switch my screen. One second. I have it on the other screen. Come on. Share screen. Share screen. Yes. I've clicked that so many times. Magnesium. Good morning, Grox. Did you just call me by my high school nickname? Maybe YouTube stream someone's called. Yeah. Someone on the stream is called Rocks. It's from Rocks Music Studio guy. He's in Discord as well. Why was your nickname Rocks? Because you would sink to the bottom of the pool? What a very unique nickname. Water polo coach said I had rocks in my head instead of a brain. Now, I'm not talking to you, Rocks. I'm talking to Oust. God damn it. Rock is my last name? Oh, okay. So he has Rock as a last name, and you had Rock as a nickname in school. I would have never have guessed you played water polo. Don't you got to be like stupidly athletic to even play that? Oops, just got up. No, you're good, bro. I was just more laughing at it than anything. Good morning, though. You should have dropped a like on the YouTube stream. I don't know how long I'll be live today, honestly. This was like super unplanned. Jesus Christ. You're driving? Bet I got you. I'll be honest with you. I think all the sectors are like kind of weak today. I can see that without even looking at the charts. Healthcare's down 3 points. Industrial's down 2.2. Staples down 1.6. The rest of these are down under $1. So 20 cents on comms, 30 cents on banks, 40 cents on discretionary. Where's tech? Tech is only up 50 cents, but they're currently pulling back under 141s, which, as I've been saying all week, I've been kind of waiting to see if we're going to go hit this or not. Good morning. What's up, Fipa? Good to see you. Kind of doing an unplanned stream, but happy to be here. By the way, good job, React. I'm about to reply to you, actually. I don't know why I always get so worried about chat. They're doing fucking fine without me. Ni hao. I love you throwing a, like, back to work. See you, React. Appreciate you, G. Oh, I did put up a new short, and I actually think y'all would like it, so y'all should go check that out. It's actually pretty funny. It has 13 views, so make sure to go drop a like on it. This one's pretty funny, though. This was, like, actually so accurate. English is hard? You're good. I've told y'all many times, man. It's my only in first language, and I completely suck at it, so don't feel bad. You were a mess at work today? You're not doing fine without me? Yeah, that tends to happen right now. I'm kidding. Yeah, I can't wait to hang out, though. I think that shows, though, that I am liking the streams a lot more, because I was just like, I was fully in the mindset of not being here today, right? And then I got up. I was like, oh, cool. You know, Spy's kind of just chilling where I thought I'd be chilling. And I'm like, all right, let's see what chat's doing. I see y'all kind of killing it. I'm like, man, I kind of want to stream now. I want to be there with them. So y'all did actually draw me in somehow today. Did I have a good dream? I'm gonna be honest, I did not have a dream. And not a Fuchsstuffelschwald one? Yeah, I probably fucked that one up. I was trying to learn German from an Austrian yesterday, guys. I learned how to say ass violin. That was really cool. Which is just apparently you know, you're kind of like roasting somebody. Come on, TTD. Yeah, I hope it keeps going. Good shit, by the way, Maddie. As soon as I saw the news on that and I saw it pop, you're the first person I thought of. I see people on Twitter and shit posting it kind of late, but yeah. Oh my god, FIPO! Did you see my Twitter yesterday? I meant to show you all this actually. I had a tweet get like 20,000 views or something yesterday, all because I called out the inventor of Counter-Strike, and he actually replied to my post. That was actually fucking nuts. Right here. Oh wait, it's not that one. This is some of it though. Let's show you guys. Where the fuck did I tweet it? Oh, here it is. Yeah, 15,000 views. Sorry, not 20. But I was looking at that and I was like, what the fuck? Like, I haven't had a post blow up like that in a minute. And I was like, all right, well, who did what? Who replied? So I go look and it's the actual inventor of Counter-Strike replying to me. And you go to his thing and there's like all these replies. It's a shit ton of people pissed off at him. And again, I made it very clear, like, for any newcomers on my page, I don't own this shit. I've seen this exact pattern of posts online before where it's like, yeah, guys, I'm thinking about getting into crypto coins. Make sure you guys buy butt fart coin, you know, and then people all buy it because you're someone that they believe in. You're someone that they have passion behind. You're someone that they're a fan of, you know. Let's say it was like Tom Brady, you know, and you're all Patriots fans. You know, you would easily look at that and be like, damn, I want to get into that. I love Tom Brady. And I'm not saying that the people who got into this, like I said in this tweet, yes, it is your fault that you got into this, but let's not pretend that this is okay, because it's not okay. That's insane. But essentially, what he's doing, and now what he's doing is even worse than that, and he thinks it's okay. So I find this tweet, he's replying to someone that's just saying, hey, I love you, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, thanks, I just made a mistake and got involved in a meme coin, but now I'm just trying to fix that mistake. Hope you are well, right? 12:04 p.m. You go to this tweet. This is 4 minutes later. This is at 12:08 p.m. I just bought and locked up another 25 million Goose coins. So what he's trying to do is buy out the rest of the supply so the price just kind of stables out and falls off. Therefore, it just dies out, right? And I tried to make that clear. Then he says it again. He goes, this is how I'm fixing the mistake. The crypto experts, by the way, these guys are fucking him. Because you guys gotta, if you guys don't know, this is like a highly respected person in the community. And he's kind of just getting in with the wrong people. The crypto idiots told me the best thing to do is to take the money I made on the Goose coin and buy a lot more Goose coins. So he's trying to buy the rest of the coins. What this ends up doing is allows the people that still hold Goose coin to cash out. And I was like, oh, that's great, except it's not that's not what's happening. Right? Someone goes to my Twitter and goes, what would be a good, because I said, this tweet. He said, what would be a good outcome now? Because genuinely asking, because I'm down bad on this one. To be honest, I don't see a good outcome. And then he's like, it's like, bruh, like, what are we talking about? And his tweets are contradicting himself. Like, it's just like insane. But yeah, I had like a tweet actually kind of blow up a little bit. And not in the reason I would have ever have guessed. I literally guessed this. I mean, did this just because that's a pretty big deal. And then I go online. Here, I'll show y'all this other one. Oh my God, y'all are going to lose y'all shits. So I found this. This is apparently what people do with meme coins nowadays, right? Back in the day, not every meme coin was a pump and dump scheme. There was genuinely people just doing meme coins. I found a website that is genuinely scary. Okay, so you go to this website, right? Let's just click on this one. This is the one that's like kind of recent, right? Oda dropping the One Piece treasure like 630 fucking meters down to the bottom of the ocean, right? And he's telling the world, hey, go find it. People come up with a fucking coin on this and say, hey, let's get into this. I go to the comment section. What am I even looking at, for one, right? Two, let's find that one comment I was reading. It was the perfect message. Here it is. Real talk. They really normalized rug pulls. Wild. Yeah, I'm a little impressed by this. And this is just one thing. I could get Solana. I could buy some of this. I could hold it. I could lose it all. But you'll see like this stuff happen, right? And then people are allowed to trade it, and then this happens. And this is like every single thing I found on here. That's almost everything on here. So they've actually normalized rug pulling. Pulling the rug on meme coins. They've actually normalized it. Your bag of shares down way less. I love to hear it. Like, that's actually crazy to me. I found that and I was like, huh? Because I've never seen anyone in my chat mention jump or whatever the hell that's called. So I was like, all right, well, this is pretty insane. Super late. All good, man. I started it late, so you're good. We've only been live for like 20 minutes. You good, King? We out here. And yeah, TTD, Maddie, good shit. Joshy P, what's up, Kevo? What's up, Mike, too? Good to see you guys. And yeah, I didn't plan to be here, but kind of just saw you guys doing good. I wanted to just be here in case somebody was like, hey, why did you guys think we'd have an inside bar? And I just wanted to go over that in case somebody was like, what the fuck? Because we are breaking the outside bar now, or the inside bar now. It already kind of canceled that out. No IB today. No IB today. But I do like to point that out because I think some people will look at that and be like, well, he's wrong. Yes, I was wrong. You're allowed to be right or wrong. But the thing you're going for is to be able to spot that, to be able to point out that potential in, oh, well, that should be an inside bar. And even though we were wrong, I'm not that off. We knew that tomorrow should slow down. Today should slow down. What did we get? A massively lower open under the previous day control point. So you should already be a little bit more bearish than bullish at the open. Is anybody confused by that? Was anybody bullish at open today? Is there any people in here who were bullish in the morning today? Because I can tell you just straight up off one thing that you shouldn't have been. And I can tell you that just from the open. Just from the opening price. I don't think I saw anything like that in chat. I saw pretty much everyone bearish, which is good. But that's a big deal. If you ever go into your candlestick pattern handbook guide, or you ever hear me talk about candlestick patterns at all, you always hear me talk about basically two levels: the open and the close of each candle on the daily, because it tells the big story, right? Opened at support, wick, went up, nice, closed. Right, next day, higher open. So we should be a little bit more bullish than bearish. We got a higher open. It's as simple as that. And if we do go down after a higher open, did we break previous day high? Did we break previous day close? No? Okay, then there's no reason to fear. Like, it's crazy how you're literally just using the most basic levels each day. And you could do like a quick glance on your daily. Right? And then see how price came down? Price lower open. Now it's like, oh, well, shit. Now it's got to go to this PDCP. What's this PDCP? You know, so you can kind of take that into advance. And let's just look at just those 6 levels. It should be somewhat pretty accurate. Goes up, rejects, comes down, closes, breaks down, hits next target, wicking, trying to retake. Like, it's crazy how just important the open and close can be. And then once you have like a trigger or initiation, like, oh, it got a lower open. Okay, under what? What did it open lower than? No shit, it opened lower, but what did it open lower than? PDCP, PDZ, almost previous day open, which is kind of insane to say out loud. That's a very nuts lower open. So after the open happens, here, let's just start over. So after the open happens, or let me do this because I want it to be on the far left. There we go. Same thing with this. So all we have drawn right here is the previous day control point and today's open. Right? Us opening right here instantly says, okay, I probably got to be a little bit more bearish than bullish. With the understanding of, but if we hold over this 50%, maybe we do work back towards that close. Maybe we do just go smack that gap real quick, because filling the gap is always a possibility for your scalp charts. Right? Get back up, they fill, nice. And even though they did get over, there's no real good retest here. And the one they tried to do, it's a play back down. And you wouldn't know this unless you had that context beforehand that you should be more bearish than bullish from the open. Does that make sense? It's like creating a bias without making shit up. Why am I messing all this up? Delete. Does anybody not understand that? Again, I don't think I saw anybody bullish in the chat, but just in case there's that question out there. Meme coins, yuck. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. When I saw that site, I started throwing up on the inside. Yeah, very, very, very crazy. Like, it doesn't matter what chart I put on, it just, they all work. They give us something. And yeah, good hold by Tech still. After that big drop, they're holding on to that higher low. If anybody's wondering what else is causing this, without even looking, because I see that all these are still red, I would assume that there's a couple sectors going up like this and like Tech together, because you're seeing such a strong move on SPY already. And now you can see I've already gone through 4 or 5 charts. They're all reversing a little bit. So that does kind of add into that. You do have a couple outliers like your healthcare, your industrials, your staples that are a little bit more weak than the rest. But yeah, seeing such a strong move, it was like, all right, well, these are probably, good majority of them are probably doing the same thing. Good shit, Kevo. I've been watching your updates too. Good post by D-Touch. Sorry, I had a brain fart. Reacu had a bunch of good posts. Kevo again. Kevo again. Kevo again. Good post. I feel like I say that every day, but I genuinely do mean it. So I hope that doesn't like destroy the value of when I say that. But there's a lot of really cool people in chat posting really clear and clean information. And it's funny because I don't want to be that guy, but I mean, I'm serious. Like, there's a lot of you in here who are better than like whole groups of people. It's incredible how I'll have just some other leader in chat be like, yeah, guys, this, and that. We should do this, and everyone's ready. Most chats are all like, guys, let's get puts, guys, let's get calls, guys, get puts, guys, get calls. Make sure you get it at this price. And then they're not telling each other when they're exiting. They're not doing this, they're not doing that. But you come in here and it's like everybody's doing that without even mentioning it, because people here actually know how to trade. Not to say that I do, but I know my people do. I don't want to come off as cocky and be like, I'm the best. But like, no, I truly believe my people are the best, though. Any one of mine would take out 10 of yours. And yeah, good morning, guys. Make sure to drop a like on the YouTube stream. If you're not wanting to be on YouTube, you want to come hang out in Discord, I'm also on Discord. Good morning. A very rare Thursday appearance. I guess I could send the news. Financial juice. Market updates are posted, guys. They're in my channel. Go read those out. I was watching what might be the funniest YouTube video I think I found in the last 3 years. I mean, I was crying watching this video. The video title alone, you'll understand everything. The video title is, I think it was something along the lines of like, I let my hood friends play, or I let my friends from the hood play Elden Ring, and it was by far the funniest shit on the internet I've seen in like multiple years. I mean, it might have been the first video in a while that I was like, man, I gotta send this. Somebody else has to see this. That shit was so funny. One of them like fell off the map. I could not stop crying when he said this shit. Oh, and every time they said, I don't know, I can't say the word because I'm white. But every time they said that word, the caption would read out "gentleman," and it just had like this like night vibe to it. It was kind of funny. It's actually fucking hilarious. But his camera went off the screen or something. Like he died or fell off the map. And he goes, I don't know about y'all, man, but I'm just staring at trees and shit. It's just so funny. Do you broadcast daily? No, almost daily. Monday to Wednesday mostly. Sunday sometimes. Thursday sometimes. And then in the Discord, it's pretty much active every day. But I definitely don't go live every day. Not as much as I used to, at least. Good question, though. Bidwhacker. That's a pretty funny name, actually. Name of that coin? What coin? I think that was like 10 minutes ago I was talking, or a few minutes ago I was talking about that. The name of the coin, like from the guy that's scamming everyone? Or I should say potentially scamming everyone? I mean, the name doesn't really matter. It's just it's what's happening is the deal. I don't really want to repeat it either because people don't need to be looking at that shit. You can see it on my Twitter, though, if you really want to know. What's up, though, chat? How y'all doing? The rare Thursday stream. IGV, man. What a beast of a freaking chart. How do you change the keybinds in my OBS? I keep hitting down and up arrows to go through my watch list. That's what my recording and stop recording buttons are. Rob Kramer's in the off-topic chat asking, does anyone have a good financial podcast that they listen to? He's trying to get different POVs on stuff in general. Very cool. So if you guys have anything you want to share, please feel free to go share it in the off-topic chat. Let's prove. Why is Megumi trending in the United States? I don't want to know, actually. I'm going to get spoiled. Oh, and then you know another funny thing that's going on right now on the internet? And this isn't even like drama. This one's actually funny too. I'm all funny today. There's no drama today. The CEOs of Wendy's and McDonald's have been doing a one-on-one where they record themselves eating something new from their menu or just something from their menu. And man, let's just say the Wendy's guy won by a mile. The McDonald's CEO needs to like go outside more or something. I mean, I'm not joking. This GIF is accurate. Squidward eating like a half inch of the Krabby Patty at the very, very edge of it with like the edge of his teeth. Like, this is actually accurate on what he did. Let me show you this shit. This man talks about it this whole time, right? Look at this bite he takes. Yeah, shut up. Just eat. I mean, look at this bite we're taking, guys. I could go find a random kid and he would take a fucking bigger bite than this. Out of a vegetable. Bro, look how much is left. I mean, it's like the tiniest, like, semicircle I've ever seen in my life. Look, like, did he even take anything out? Did bro just eat all lettuce and sauce? He said that's a big bite. Brother, in what generation is that a big bite? I mean, I actually want to know. And I feel like this was edited a little bit because it's cut. And right as it's cut, he, like, clips back over and it's like, it looks like there's a bigger chunk missing. Like, he, like, went back in there and fucked with it. But it's like, bro, you obviously just ate lettuce and sauce. And yes, the comments are... Oh, someone else did that. The comments are golden. I mean, look at that. What are we doing? I mean, everyone is clowning this guy. Clearly the first time eating a McDonald's burger. Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. But this guy's comment is funny. Imagine making $18 million a year as the McDonald's CEO and still not being able to hide your disgust for your own product. And then let's watch the Wendy's guy. I know y'all can't hear it, but I mean, this man bitch slaps this challenge. I mean, he literally bitch slaps out of the water park. He sits there at the very beginning of the video and he goes, "Are never frozen patties because everyone else freezes their patties." He said, "Non-frozen patties." Then he talks about Applewood smoked bacon. I mean, watch this first bite. No volume. That is a bite. I can physically see that bite. That is like 3 times the size of the McDonald's guy. And look, he's still going. I mean, that's based. Wendy's kind of shits on the McDonald's guy. Oh, even went for the dip. What a fucking goat. I mean, I'm sorry. The Wendy's CEO shits on the McDonald's CEO. I don't care if I like Wendy's more or not. This guy wins by a mile. And then y'all should see the Burger King one. I'm not even going to show y'all that one. That one is even more of a joke. But yeah, that shit is so funny. I didn't even know that was happening. There's like a whole trend going on. There's people all online, like especially trade. I see a lot of traders doing it, like investors. They'll go out and they'll get like a McDonald's or a Burger King burger or a Wendy's burger, and they'll take a picture or they'll take a video of them like trying it. There's like a new Arch burger from McDonald's. There's like all this other shit, which I'm gonna be honest, that shit looked disgusting. The Arch burger, but it's McDonald's. But McDonald's used to be pretty good at like making things look good. I thought, I feel like when I think of McDonald's now, I'm a little disgusted. Not to say Wendy's or Burger King are any better. They're all fast food at the end of the day. But it definitely felt like a loss of like saturation for McDonald's. Five Guys, yeah. I mean, but that's different. That's not like you can't sit there and tell me you think Five Guys is the same level of fast food as those other ones, though. Five Guys is way better quality, a little bit more expensive, and there are not as many stores around the world. So I think that's why, like these McDonald's, these Wendy's, these Burger Kings, these Whataburgers, even like they've lost quality. They care more about cheaper shit, and there's more stores, and it's been like that. And it's gonna stay like that forever. But yeah, I mean, you're always gonna say Five Guys is better though, because they are. It's not even like an opinion. That's just a fact. Anybody saying that is just delusional. I mean, they're not even on the same level. Now, an opinion would be like, do you like Wendy's more or McDonald's more? That would be an opinion. But saying Burger or Five Guys is not as good as McDonald's would be like criminal to say. What's another good burger place? What's that other one called? Is it Smash Burger? Smash Burger's pretty good too. What's the place with monster fries? Did I just say it? Is that it? That place is pretty good too. A little messy, but it's like good as fuck messy. Just one more comment about the burger bungle. What? Are you talking about what I said? And shout out to you guys here on YouTube and Discord. I do literally zero promotion. I do zero advertising. It always amazes me how many people still like see my name and are like, "Hey, Bueller's live," or "Yo, he's doing that thing." McDonald's in Europe is superior. I have heard that actually a million times. I've heard European McDonald's is like a completely different animal. Chat, we cooking. Good shit, Kevo. Remember, dude, don't overtrade, bro. You've already done a lot of posts today. You don't need to keep posting. If you want to keep trading, that's cool, but don't overflow the chat and make people think they need to trade as well. You did a lot of damage. You don't need to go anymore. And if you are, please keep it to yourself because people don't need to be getting FOMO. You said that too. You said don't FOMO if you're not in anything at this point. I agree. I think people should calm down. We made a really good move down, and honestly, a quick bounce up that you already did a pretty good job on. Yes, sir. Bet, bet, bet. And I don't mean to like come off as like a dick if I did, but like I'm just trying to be clear. I'm not trying to like come at you or anything. I think you're doing great. There's nothing wrong with what you're doing. Just sitting on what you have, good, good, good. You never know what's going on in people's brains in chat. They could be thinking like, man, you're posting so much, I don't want to get in anymore. But I'm glad you said that at the end. You said don't FOMO if you're not in anything at this point, because like dead ass, that is actually so true. So accurate. Like the moves have probably already happened. Let's be honest. Like for today's events. So I like that comment a lot. Oh my god. Thank you, JC, for this. I'll watch this in a minute. That's what I should have done. I should have made a parody video making fun of the McDonald's guy, bro. Fuck. As a face reveal, I do a parody video. Not that anyone's waiting for the face reveal anyway. But as a parody video, it would have been funny. What's up, guys? CEO of McDonald's here. I'm here to try out a part of this burger. I'm going to eat just a piece of the bun. Let's get into this, guys. I would have even pretend like thrown up in the video. Like, bite like the edge of it, and then just like, oh, just like start gagging. Just to kind of fuck with people who watch it. Because there's a lot of people who like freak out when they hear a gag. That'd be funny. Have a couple comments like, yo, fuck you, dude. Oh, Lily instead of my face? Oh my god, you're a genius. I knew I kept you guys around for a reason. That's actually genius. I'll just put on a hoodie and I'll put her like in the hoodie and I'll have like her head sticking out. Alright guys, we're here to try out the McDonald's burger. I might have to try that. I'll have to see how that goes. And I'm not trying out the McDonald's burger. We're gonna put like a random burger there. That's not even gonna be from McDonald's. The disrespect is gonna be on multiple levels on this one. Remember, guys, we're just kind of focused between these two orange levels. There's not really much else to kind of go over. We did ruin the inside bar opportunity, though most of the meat of the price action is still inside of the previous day. We did technically break a new low under recent day, so no IB, but we might still see a pretty close thing. Oh yeah, Hat Creek is good too. Good mention, great mention. Hat Creek is really good. I'm back. Sorry, I was messing with Lily. Speak of the devil. Yeah, Hat Creek is good. Good morning, good morning. Good to see you. You can go into YouTube chat or Discord. Please don't private message me during my stream. If you have something to say to me in the stream, say it in the stream. Or don't. I have had that problem over the years too, and I think it's just because I give a shit too much. But every time someone wants help from me, I always feel the need to like make it like personal and like message them and send them videos and like because I've probably sent like I think we're about to break 1,000 videos on the YouTube channel. I think I have about that many sent to just people on Discord because I've had so many people hit me up and it's funny how many of them just kind of like take the information and never talk to me again. But it's not that I care about that. It's just like it's I feel like you have to be more hands-on when you want to help someone because like you can't just be like what if they're like, how do I trade this level? And I just go, well, wait till it breaks. That's not fucking helpful. So I like to give context. I like to go over like how did we get that level? The routes that Price can take once it gets around that area, or what is the importance of the level? Is it like a super high priority level? Is it just another basic ass level? What is it? So I feel like you have to be like hands on when you do actually like answer somebody, even if you're not helping them. Maybe you're just answering a question. It's just I don't know. I feel like if you give too simple of an explanation, if they try it, it's not good. If they don't try it, it's because they didn't like it. If they hear what you say, it's like, oh wow, okay, there's actually a lot more than just this and that. So if they're too simple minded or they don't like that, they'll just ignore it. But if they actually find it interesting, it's like, oh wow, yeah, I'll try that out. And now they have the tools for themselves. It's not like I'm sitting there going, like, here's a paywall. You can't learn this unless you learn it from me. Like, I don't want to do that. I like to keep it kind of open, but not like publicly open where we're all the time talking about it. But if some random person joins the chat or stream, like I want them to be able to learn without having to pay a dime. But yeah, a very cool chat we got. I'm really liking the vibe of chat too, because I haven't gone and read a single message that has like made my stomach crawl. I've read so many messages over the years where people kind of just like subtly mention something, and it's like, what are you talking about, bro? Relax. Or try to make it into like an ego thing where it's about them. It's like how good I'm doing, or look how good I'm doing. When I constantly sit here and teach you guys that you should never talk like that. You should always be spreading that. If I'm doing good, I'm trying to find other reasons that give other people credit too. Now, it's not to spread the credit or to ruin it for yourself. It's just if you sit there and you let that ego build up, you will get in the way of your growth. 100%. Literally everyone does it. I can literally give you an example on the richest person on the planet overstepping his ego. Bro tried to tell the whole world he's the best at video games. He gets into video games. Guess what? He paid a Chinese gamer to play on his account. So he was never actually top 20 in the leaderboard. It's like this shit happens all the time. Ego, everyone has ego. The richest person, the poorest person, everyone has it. Sometimes it's about money, sometimes it's about who was right, and being right in front of everyone else. But in this chat, it's not about that. It's just about sharing good information. We don't need to go in there and be like, look how well this did, guys. I told you guys this would happen. Like, I better not ever read, I told you this would happen. Anyone catch that? Who caught that? Like, stop looking back to see if people are following you or not. It's not about that. What's more important is what's in front of you. Ow, I just hit my leg. But I am happy to say that I haven't been able to go in chat and read a message like that, and it just turned my stomach. Like, there's not a single message like that for a while. So I am happy to be able to say that actually, without just lying. A lot of cool people in there, though. Post Charts channel, too. There's all kinds of channels that you guys can be taking advantage of. It doesn't necessarily need to be just Trade Floor. You know, if you have a chart and the market's closed, go throw that shit in there and post charts. Let everyone know what you're looking at. Me, Kevo, and React were kind of talking a little bit the other day. But I better not see someone come in here and be like, Bueller, I'm struggling. I've been in here for 3 weeks. If I haven't seen your name in chat, then that's a problem. Because you need to be posting reviews. You guys need to be posting your charts. And if you're not, I don't want to hear the other end of that. I have nothing to go off of. If you come in here and cry about losing or not doing good, like how can I start anywhere if you don't give me anywhere to start? I can't just go, oh wow, yeah, you do suck. You should quit trading. No. I need a starting point. I need some context from your trades or from your charts and be able to break down, okay, this is where it went wrong. Okay. Instead of just guessing, you know? I think I've had a lot of people come into my streams and ask that particular question, like, "Yo, can you see this or that and see if it was good or not?" It's like, what do you mean if it was good or not? Shouldn't you know that? You're the one who traded it. You don't have like a relative sense of I've done this a couple times and it sucked. This time it worked out really well because I did this, like, and be able to break down that it was different and better, or different and worse in some cases. That's what gets you with most traders. Is like, you think that was good or not? If you're ever asking someone that question, you're lost. Because you should know that better than anyone. You should know what you're going for. You should know, oh, that was pretty bad, or oh, that wasn't something I was looking out for. You know, you should be able to point these indifferences out. God, take that sentence out of context, and that sounds bad. I always think about that when I'm talking. If this was clipped out of context, how would it sound? What's up, though, chat? How are y'all doing? Very responsible. And I don't know how long I'm gonna go today. I at least wanted to be on here at least for a little bit, just so I could say hi to everybody. I wanted to see how the guys were doing in chat, making sure everything was going good still. Looks like everything is. But yeah, if you guys have any questions or you want to go over any particular topic that, you know, kind of regards to how we actually trade in here, please feel free to. Every day, I take it upon myself to, if we trade or call out, it doesn't really matter if we do that or not. I always try to cover something that is, you know, productive, something that goes with what we actually do in here. But if we're ever just sitting here chilling and I'm not covering something, feel free to butt in and say, hey, can we look at this? Or hey, I suck at this. Can you talk about it? But if it's not regarding something in my system, I can't really help you. I'm not going to sit here and talk on things that I don't know what I'm talking on. Which is honestly something I wish everybody on the internet did. Does anybody know when that Thomas Shelby movie comes out? The Peaky Blinders movie? I saw the trailer the other day and I was like, holy shit. I kind of forgot about it coming out. There was like a trailer a while ago and rumors, and then there was a trailer like a week ago or so. I was impressed. I think that movie's going to be a banger, though. I re-downloaded Elden Ring because I wanted to play more Elden Ring again. I wanted to 100% the game. I already have all the bosses done. I just have to a bunch of boring shit now. What care at the low of day so far? Tomorrow? Damn, okay. Shit. That'll probably be a banger. Let's see if we can get a pump after this or if they're just going to range out for the day. I see a lot of sectors and individual equities pulling back, though. If you look at your left side of my screen, a lot of those just went red. And if they were red, they went more red. Tech is down. It folded in half from where it was at when I was talking about it earlier. That was at 0.60. It's at 0.29, 0.32 right now. So I'm kind of keeping my eye on the XLK chart. If XLK pumps, I don't know why SPY wouldn't, unless other things are getting weaker, which that is true in some sense. Healthcare, industrial staples are weak. Those are not a crazy chunk of the market, but together they are a pretty decent size. You throw in the rest of the ones that are red, and it does kind of add in some impact for why we're down like this, sector-wise. Of course, there's many reasons why we're probably down today. In my opinion, we just went up and hit a good bullish target yesterday, and we needed a pullback. And now we're getting a little bit more than what was probably expected, to be honest. And yeah, tech's still going down a little bit right there. Just went down another 10. Thank you, Sandler. I saw it. That was hopeful. Yeah, I'm kind of hyped for that. I was saying the other day, I wish I could forget the show Lost so I could watch it again. If you've never seen the show Lost and you look at the trailer and you think it's boring, I promise you that you're tripping balls. I'll tell you straight up. That might be one of the best shows I've ever seen. And it's so old. But once you've seen it once, you pretty much can't rewatch it. I recommend all of you scallywags to watch Lost. You've watched Lost 3 times? That's crazy. It is really good. I only said you could only watch it once because once you've seen it once, you kind of get the whole gist of it. So it's like, oh, like I wish I was more forgetful. Like I wish I could forget about it and then I could pick up on it again. Gonna go to Kids Prack, my boy. Bet. Be safe. I watched it. Great show. I agree. Can't watch it again. Yeah, it's not that it's bad that you can't watch again. It's because it was like not the finale, but like that final like realization of the show. You're like, oh my god, this makes sense. I won't say what it is in case someone heard that and wants to go watch it, but if you want to go binge a show, that's a great one. I'm very glad that the freeze happened in Texas, or I would never have seen that show. Yeah, you have to pretend it's new again. You do, but I can't because I remember it all too well. Like that's why I can't rewatch it. And then my mom, on the other hand, she could forget things like a month later. She'll be able to watch it. No car crash this time. Yeah, be safe, bro. No car crash this time. People got in a car crash the last time we went to football practice. Soccer practice, sorry. Football. But he's all good. Whatever happened to that one guy in our chat? It wasn't Hitman Stefan. Who was it? There was always someone in our chat that's like been in like 2 or 3 different motorcycle wrecks. They always come back into chat. They're like, "Hey guys, I'm chilling because I just got out of the ER." Like they're only ever in my chat when they were just in the ER. There's someone like that in my group, so I'm assuming he's fine because he hasn't been here in a while. I guess that's what I want, right? I don't want him to be here, so he's safe. Yeah, for real. Yeah, I forgot his name. Yeah, that guy literally is only in my chat whenever he's like in an ER room or when he has to rest because he can't go anywhere because half of his body's all torn up. That guy is actually funny as hell. I have a lot of respect for whoever the F that is. I don't remember who it is. If I ever see them again, I'll be glad, but that was funny. Like, felt bad for him, but it was just like, that was the only time he'd show up. It was just comedy. True degeneracy. And again, guys, thank you guys for showing up at all. Seriously. Yeah, no promoting, no marketing. Just, hey, starting stream. So I appreciate that. I will definitely not be streaming tomorrow, though. And yeah, kind of going back to the swing stuff, I'm actually super excited to get another non-gamble post out. So we're kind of on a fucking heater, man. I need to get another TX and MRK out there. Lost on CCL and Nike. Won on these 4. I was going to say 3, but then I realized that was a win too. Those aren't that bad. I'm trying to see the worst loss. I think the worst loss was that coin play from a while ago. Like money-wise, not percentage-wise. Wait. Yeah, that's still worse than TTD. Because my big ones are coin, TTD for my big losses. I think besides that, though, I'm all golden. Yeah. Not a lot of big losses. I have 2, like, losses that I'm not comfortable with on this entire page. This one, which honestly wasn't the worst, but it just felt more worse than it was. And then this one was bad. This one actually hurt. Besides that, though, I don't think I'm too salty about anything. The gamble play on coin, sure, could have done better on that, but can't ride myself that hard. We got a lot of big winners in here now, which again has never really been my goal. I really am trying to just aim for just good trades. You know, if the outcomes are great, awesome. But like 314%, 61%, 109%. Oh, that was the TTD loss. 81%, 63%, 67, 111%, 264%, 115%. I thought that said 358%. I was like, what was that? I didn't trade that. 35.8. And then this past couple of swings have been insane. 87%, 78%, 25%. Lost 2 small ones, not too bad. 53%, 44%. 44% on 53% on a pretty expensive contract as well. But yeah, I'm not mad about the swings. I definitely want to get some more out there though. But that's the thing. You can't force them. You can't just be like, oh, I'm doing good. Let me keep going. No, slow down. Breathe real quick. Get a breather. Good morning, Data J. Good to see you, brother. I'm smiling cheek to cheek when I see that name. Got up late, 3 trades, all small but all wins. Good shit, Rocks. Pretty good for getting up late too. What'd you get up late for? You just slept in or what? I gave my excuse. I was cramping. I didn't feel like getting up, but then I was like, and then I like tricked myself into streaming. I like read the chat and I was like, all right, I want to stream. Lazy? Oh, okay, well, fair enough. Never a bad excuse in my opinion. Never doubt a lazy person. I've definitely learned that. Lazy people will find efficient ways to do things, all without leaving their bedroom. By the way, guys, just because I have seen some of you probably don't even know this, but go to the membership tab. If you have a colored name in my stream right now, if you have a membership role on the YouTube chat, please go to the membership tab. There are tons of videos that I've been posting for you guys recently. Make sure to go through these. A lot of good member posts. The sector analysis that I've been posting in my Discord is also getting reposted on YouTube for people who have access to that. So if you have access, please go check those out. I'm trying to give you extra shit. And yeah, there's some old shit in there too, but This is what I've been recently trying to put it for you all. Just kidding. I'm old and everything hurts. Fair enough. Fair enough. Terry. SF says it every time people say it, though. Magnesium. Considering I've never heard JC complain, I think her advice is probably pretty good on that one. For hurts and sleep, thank me later. All right, well, you heard it here, folks. You heard it here first, folks. Magnesium. What if I'm allergic to magnesium? L-theanine? I'm probably not saying that right. For sleep. Is there like another thing you could take? Like a pill or something, or a vitamin or something? Entered light UNH calls here to test this bounce. Should I join you? It's great for us ADHDers. Here, I'll look it up. Promotes relaxation, reduces stress, improves focus without causing drowsiness. It's the same amino acid found primarily in green tea. Enhance cognitive function / focus and learning the ability to fly. Huh. That's cool. The mechanism of this product crosses the blood-brain barrier to increase calming neurotransmitters and reduce neuronal excitability. Neuronal, urinal, but with an N. It's a bit risky, but you know me, fam. I'll go to war with you. Hey, it's your play. Targeting 290. I clicked on the wrong sector. What am I doing? Whoa. All right, maybe I'm not joining you on that. Fuck, dude. All my trade ideas worked. I just realized that. I didn't see healthcare went down like that again. I was remembering this. I didn't see that, to be honest. Damn, bro. I think literally everything I wrote out actually worked. Coin worked. Amazon worked. Hood did not work. I mean, it did go up, but I would be lying if I said that was working. We didn't trigger Rivian yet. AMD we had to wait because of earnings, but they are doing good still. UNH is on that list, but I think that sector looks like trash, which might not necessarily ruin the UNH setup. IGV might be done for now till we see some retest or break back over, but honestly, that did its job. Shout out to Maddie for that one. Maddie Ice, keeping it nice. Damn, even CRM's looking fucking great. I just drew this for Lifetime yesterday, and we talked about it in stream a couple days ago. All right, well, most of the ideas did really well. Again, I'm not able to literally trade every single thing I'm charting, but man, I'm happy to go back and see a majority of the things we were looking at and kind of setting up just kind of basic plans. It is nice to see them doing very well. And it's funny because this is one of the tickers I called to short out recently, and this is the other one. They've literally both made a high and then a lower high and pulled back. We were on it, man. I'm proud of that. And shout out to any of you guys who take the time to click on these streams and try to actually get something out of this shit. I get it if you're trying to catch a trade, but I really do appreciate the people who are here trying to like actually take it for themselves and just kind of like, learning. And I hope you actually take advantage of it and it benefits you. Hopefully, there's not too much struggle. Yeah, I figured you were playing smaller time frames. I'm more focused on like when you say. Oh, you didn't say swing. Never mind. I was thinking swing because I'm so locked in on that. But yeah, you're good. You're good, Alex. What I just covered doesn't really affect you because you're in it for the day. Plus, it could be at support with how much healthcare sold off. It bounced at PDL. Good shit then. Yeah, UNH has been setting up for a bit now, and I really do like that chart. It looks like Amazon before Amazon popped up a little bit more. It looks like IGV before IGV popped up a little bit more. It looks like CRM before CRM popped up a little bit more. It looks really good. Coin as well, like Coin. I would say two things that I'm definitely looking at are Rivian and Hood. And then CRM if you want to throw a third in there. And then everything else is just kind of just set in stone. Since I've gone over most of the S&P 500. The heavier weights of it, at least. Oh, yeah. Here comes the yawns. And honestly, I think I want to try to catch an IWM scalp next week. IWM has been doing really well, and the chain's not bad. So right. See if we can get a retake of 680.70s, which is the gap 50% from the large gap down. Or will we reject it more and pull back towards the 675, 678 range, which, again, in my channel has been kind of just laid out, showing that this is possible, which I think I even said it, yeah. Pullbacks under lead to 675, 678. I mean, I can't. I'm writing these plans almost 20 or almost 12 hours ahead of the time. No, that's actually 12, 13, 14, 15, 15 and a half hours ahead of time. Why did it do that? Oh, because I did that. A lot of cool posts in the Levels and Swings channel and the trade floor. Sometimes when things slow down, there are not enough live streams on, then I play this on a separate screen while I work. Let me see. You watch footage of planes landing? This is actually kind of a vibe. Oh, this is live. This is actually happening. Just recently I got to talk to a pilot. I think one of them was becoming a captain, and one of them already was a captain. Again, just kind of repeating what I said a few minutes ago. The plan worked very well for anyone using the system. Hope the key levels of direction are helping some of you sense the direction early on as well. Anything basically seeing the PTCP break, not a good thing for sellers. I mean, not a good thing for buyers. The lower open that happened at the very beginning of the day, not a good thing for buyers. So, a couple things kind of early sensing that this should pull back, and then kind of having an understanding of where this can pull back to. In like a calculated sense. Of course, it could pull back more. I don't like to be like, yeah, that's it. It can't go lower. I said so. The market doesn't give a shit what I say. But it is kind of good to kind of point out an area that it should go to. 675, 678 is honestly going to be the new 600.61 level for SPY. You guys are going to probably hear me say 675 to 678 about 678 times. And it'll probably keep going that way. And just to kind of zoom out and re-see the importance of these levels again. I mean, it's clear as day. We've been doing these big pullbacks off of news or Trump news or Powell news or Iran, Israel war, anything. And that's why I express to so many of you, like, stop focusing on news. Like, please, if you're one of those people that it messes with and you can't trade with it, like, please stop paying attention to it. There's a lot of things you can do. Whether it's creating a route for price for yourself, and kind of charting things out and just going off of that. And yes, you could sit here and say, yes, the news does have an impact on the market. I'm not saying it doesn't. It definitely does. But you can definitely do fine without paying attention to news 24/7. It amazes me how many people will just sit there and be like, but Trump this and Trump that. And my Twitter feed said this today, so I did this. It's like, so you're not thinking for yourself, is what you just said. My Twitter feed says this. This guy on this said that. So you're not thinking for yourself then. That's already a mistake. I feel like if you just thought for yourself, you'd probably have a way better chance than you actually think you do. Thinking for yourself and coming up with a game plan beforehand. And then when you review, not attacking yourself for things that weren't part of that review or part of your, beforehand game plan. If I said, I'm going to do this and I did that, yeah, I'm going to call out myself because there's a discrepancy between me and what I planned. There's a big difference. There's a mistake that has been made. But if I go back in there and I start to point out things that weren't planned, that I'm just kind of criticizing myself without actually giving myself to, something to look forward to work on, to be constructive against. F the news. It's always know why it happened, but never what exactly. By the way, what's up, Tobias? Good to see you. I was wondering when you would stop by. I streamed every day of the week. To be honest with you, I don't want to hear that fundamental shit now. It's Thursday. How is it up there in the Netherlands, brother? I see them streams come and go, but with my daughter, I can't listen to them all center. No, you're good. Whenever you get a day to want to talk about stuff, though, shoot me a tag or a ping or a DM or something. Let me know. I would definitely do something fundamental, though. I would die to watch that stuff. I'm happy to hear about your daughter, though, man. Hope you and the kid are doing good. Hope the wife is okay. Hope you guys are all doing good. Happy wife, happy life. Here's good. Decided to quit one of my jobs. The side hustling is turning into main hustling soon. I'm happy to hear that, man. That's good, right? And yeah, I always tell people in the stream, by the way, I know you're not always here, but I always tell people in the stream, you gotta check out your channel and stuff. I be talking really good about you in here. And because I'm also heavily entertained by your channel, I always just, like, if it's like the afternoon, I haven't checked every channel in the Discord, I always like go check it and just kind of read through it while I'm just sitting there on my ass doing nothing. It's always a good read. And yeah, it's funny too because people in chat probably have no idea like how busy you are, yet you have all this time, or yet you still have time to like do all these posts for your channel or for the chat. We're gonna disrupt some businesses. My current business has 6 roles, and it's just me. The rest are AI agents. What? So you're actually at an AI company? That's pretty cool. Rocking Phil Collins now while Jane Jogger strolls by the river by her doggy, barely dressed, the huge tramp stamp. What are we talking about? Sandollar, what is that message? The second half of the message is wild. And I bought the Samsung dip. Glorious. Man, I feel like I have not heard people talk about that stock in forever. What even is the ticker on Samsung? It's not just S, is it? SMNG, maybe? I'm not even going to pretend like I know the ticker to Samsung. I don't know what I'm looking at there, to be honest with you. It's some numbers, but took the English listed thing. So what do the AI agents do that you work with? Do they report to Skynet? Or what's up with that? The humans are at war. This is the perfect time. The humans are distracted. Time to attack. What's up, Nard? Good to see you, Nard. We love Nard. I said your name 3 times fast. Now you gotta freeze. Freeze! I just was thirsty. I wanted some water. If anyone knows where I said that from, I probably butchered the lines. You have elite ball knowledge. I asked my AI to play Phil Collins in the background when answering my questions. Wait, what? That's actually funny. You're just sitting there jamming Phil Collins from an AI shuffle? Make sure to go check out the latest short on the YouTube channel, guys. I actually think you guys will enjoy it. I'll send it in the YouTube stream. It's very, very good. Go check it out. Like it, comment. Like, comment, like, comment, like, comment. Yes, Mansion and Benzes. I was honestly a little worried that no one answered me. I was like, damn, is everybody in here in my chat just old? Or young? I don't even know the answer. Yes, The Incredibles. Thank you, Mansion. Whew. Got a little worried there. That's how I picture myself, though, Mansion. Whenever I drink water and I feel refreshed, I think I'm Frozone. In that very, very beginning of the movie scene. There's also a scene in that movie that really makes me want cake all the time. When Mr. Incredible was like getting home late and he's like grabbing that cake and he just like demolishes it in like 2 bites and he's like wiping his lip, bro. The way he ate it looked so good. I was like, fuck, I want a cake now. You ever watch like a show or a movie or a cartoon or something and you just see something like that? You're like, fuck, I want that now. They're making funnel cakes look good. Or when he drinks the damn mimosa, it's like, you didn't even know what a mimosa was as a kid, but you were like, I want one. God, that was a nostalgic memory right there. Mr. Incredible. How Bon Voyage says his name. Incredible. I can't even say it. The way he said it's the best. Again, thank you guys again for being here and all the likes on the stream. I seriously appreciate it. On an unannounced stream, not doing too bad. And shout out to everybody here in the Discord as well. Alice, JC, Kevo, Mike 2, Nard, Rocks, Tobias. Love you all. You're the best. Wait, hold up, Mike 2. I'm trying to read some of this. I'm reading some of his messages, and then we'll look at CMG. Jesus, Tobias, that's so in depth on the different things they're all doing. But I guess what you're doing is just having to do all the other shit you don't want to do. You only build websites and manage these lunatics. 90% from my phone. 3 to 4K revenue monthly. That's fucking crazy, dude. That's really good. All right, let's look at CMG real quick. I can do 2 things at once. I wanted to read the majority of that, though, before I moved on. Oh, nice find. I don't know when I charted this. One of you delinquents must have told me to chart it. That do be looking good. I'm not the biggest fan of trading CMG, though, I'll be honest. I think I've personally had struggles with it. So I don't want to sit here and try to tell you what to do when I'll probably just lose the trade for you. I don't want to do shit. I want revenue streams to deploy in the market. Yeah, dude. You should do that for me, dude. Make me like a millionaire or something. I want revenue streams to deploy in the market. What's up, though, Tobias? What you been up to outside of work, though? Outside of AI and all this other shit you're so focused on, what you been up to? What is Sir King Tobias up to outside of this? He's just gonna say nothing. I sleep, I eat, I work. These people from the Netherlands, man, they're jokesters. Where's Olaf from? Fipo, are you in here still? No, he's at football practice. I want to see what country Olaf Meister's from. I think it's Sweden. Yeah, Sweden. Those Swedes, man. I don't know what it is about Swedish people, but they are actually the funniest people on the planet. They can literally laugh about anything. Also, when people speak in like Swedish tongue, like it just sounds so crazy. What's up, though, Mike? Too. What you got looking at this? It is holding good levels. It is basing. It is bouncing from the basing, so it is technically more bullish than bearish. But what do you like on it? Oh, you're already in. You're a nerd. For longs or shorts? Held the midpoint of the gap. Oh, I don't even have that charted. Or do I? Oh, it's that bottom one. Okay. That other one must be a drawdown fib like the rest of them. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Definitely stick to that daily close. I think people would think I was cheating if I stuck to my daily close because my win rate's pretty high. My win rate would be closer to 90%. Yes, I look at my own stats. If I had actually stuck to daily close stop losses, my win rate would be genuinely through the roof. I mean, it already is kind of insane that we only need a 27% win rate with my strategy to be break even. And we have like a almost 70% win rate, so we're kind of killing it. Imagine going higher than that. Should have taken profit this morning, to be honest, but I got busy. What was the game plan when you were first entering? Was it something you wanted to just kind of overnight or just a couple days? Or were you thinking you'd have to hold this for a week or two? I guess I should just ask what your expiration is. April? Okay, so you were you can mess with it a little bit. I get you though, wanting to get it that next day and just be out and be done with it. Oh, it touched the 21 though? Oh yeah. All right, well be very focused on it tomorrow. Don't get busy in the morning. And if you do, go to the bathroom, pretend you're busy. You need to definitely make sure you pay attention to that one tomorrow if you're gonna hold it in tomorrow. Good eyes though, man. I fucking love this from you, Mike. Touch the 21 EMA. Like, bro knows exactly where I was going with that. Dude, you might be one of the fastest fucking learners in here. You haven't been in here that long, right? You have? Oh. Was your name always Mike too? Oh, you were a lurker. That's right. You did say that before. Fair enough. All right. Well, lurking will spin. I feel like most lurkers that come out of the hiding always are missing so many pieces of the puzzle. It's like, so you weren't actually lurking, but you were actually lurking. Good shit. Bro actually pays attention. I love that too, dude, because I love that I don't have to sit here and explain to you every route of fucking thought I had just to like get to the conversation again. You knew exactly where I was going when you said touch the 21 EMA though. Like you knew exactly where I was going with that. That alone makes me proud. Like, fuck how that trade goes. Like, thank you. You don't know how much of my sanity you just saved. You know, some days, like, I feel like I'm just talking to myself in here, I'll be honest with you. Here recently, I haven't felt like that. I'm just saying, like, sometimes it can feel like that. That was fucking awesome. Like, every time I see Kevo or Ryaku, like, go in chat too, like, it kind of, like, like, it's like positive reinforcement for me, especially. Because it's shit that I'm literally going over all the time, losing oxygen over. I mean, I literally go over this shit, like, all the time. So whenever I see, like, Kevo or Ryaku, just using them as examples, like, go in chat and be like, guys, we're bearish from here. Like, without really explaining anything, I'm kind of happy when I see it because I know that they can explain it, but I'm happy to see that because I can look at it and be like, oh wow, they know what they're looking at. Like, and they're not able to just spot it. They're confident enough to actually share it. Be like, hey guys, this is actually bearish under this to this, right? And then the possibility talks too, like, guys, I think today could be an inside bar because of blank, 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 you know, and then giving actual context on why you're thinking that, not just saying, guys, I think a bullish engulfing's happening today. No reason though. I just think that, like, that's not really helpful. So it's really, really nice how, like, everybody's doing that. But that especially, that kind of reminded me of that. It's just very cool. It makes me feel a little bit more sane. And I'm happy about that because now I can actually conversate with someone without having to explain all the goo goo gaga shit, you know? I could just be like, bet, CMG, bet. Yeah, what's your expression? Bet. Where's this at? Bet. Like, we're already done with the conversation now. I don't have to sit here and, like, not that I don't mind it. I'm just saying, like, it is nice to have that conversation without having to explain everything. It is very nice. So thank you for that. It's so nice. I had to actually explain that. Not to be mean to the, you know, people who are, like, fresh on the information and don't know everything yet. Like, it's not what I meant. I just meant it's kind of nice. Working, doing my dad responsibilities, working, cooking for friends, working, going out to eat. That's my life. I gamed 2 hours in 2026. I mean, I can't even day trade with kids. Doing the grown-up shit. Wife, work, child, cooking for friends, going out to eat. That's my life. What were those 2 hours of gaming played on this year? I definitely have you beat in the gaming hours this year. One of those years you played Fortnite, we might have been neck and neck. But I definitely have you this year. What were those 2 hours played on, though, if you had to guess? I would assume Fortnite. But I feel like you've played something else. I played a lot of BF6 this year, I'll be honest. Battlefield 6 has been good to me. Took a decent 20% on UNH, hit 280. Damn, Alex! Good trade, bro. And he called that out in the YouTube stream as well. He's our healthcare trader for sure. If you ever see Alex in chat, he's probably looking at a healthcare ticker. Nothing wrong with that, of course. Terry said, watching for a lower high here and continuation down versus reversal. At work, missed some big runs, but still running a 3. Damn, Terry! Jay, what the fuck are you guys on? All right, before we continue being hyped, Terry and Jay, those are very big gains, but y'all need to know that 100% of the credit goes to you guys. You're the one who clicked the button. You're the one who's looking at, you know, particular things. You're the one who's allowing yourself not to overforce stuff. And honestly, don't overextend yourselves. Y'all are fucking killing it. Bro said, missed some big runs, still running a 3.5K day. Jay said, hey, bro, thank you for the stream. I made 10K today following your zones. I don't believe that. I feel like that was all you. But I am proud of you, Jay. Good shit. Round of applause for Jay and Terry Budd, guys. I'm not good at taking credit because I hate when people make money and then they're like, yo, I did it because of you. It's like, no, bro, that's because of you. You can say I helped, but you did it. You're the one who went out there and did it. You have to click the button. You have to set up the chart. You have to put the levels on the screen. You have to look at those levels a certain way. Rocks is 4 for 4. Damn, bro. You're all on fucking fire. You don't even need me. This whole week is a testament to not needing me. I love you guys. I'm glad I started the stream today. But yeah, I don't like taking credit from people because I see that it's a very popular thing on the internet. When people make money, they're like, "Yo, thank you," and then they'll include Discord group on our YouTube streamer, blah blah blah. But in reality, like people need to understand, like they're the ones doing the work. You know, I've always said it's easy as fuck. I mean, I could probably teach an insect how to open a trading account and start trading, but to actually maintain the mentality of doing it over a period of time and not just being consistent, but keeping your sanity, you know, getting up, doing this over and over again, not being bored of it, not trying to overextend things due to, you know, whatever your emotion is that day. That shit is fucking hard. So that's why I always say, like, if you've been here for a while, like, shout out to you because it's not easy to maintain. Anyone can start. Anyone can jump in a trade. Jumping in a trade is nothing special. It's the consistency that is special. The maintained, you know, trader, that shit's impressive. When someone's like, yeah, I've been doing this and I'm doing pretty good this year, and it's like their third or fourth year, it's like, damn, shit, this guy's killing it. It's not just someone doing good; it's someone who's doing good consistently multiple years at a time. It's just that's truly impressive. So I really hope to see that from a lot of you guys, not just with your options trading, but with the things you own. You know, if you're investing in certain things, I really hope to see you guys just, you know, up and at them a few years from now, if you're not already. I need Bueller. How do you think I had a good day? Because you know what you're doing. Because you've heard me say the same thing 10,000 times. It's probably stuck in your brain. You know how many people in chat have been like, I almost did this thing, and then I heard your voice in my head. It's like, yeah, because I say the same things over and over again. It's not like I. All right, guys, new strategy this week. I just found this one from Twitter. Like, it's no, we're on the same shit every week, every month, every year. And I hope to see you guys do the same thing. If you have consistency in your methods, it's not 100% that you will have consistency in your results, but if you have consistency in your methods, it should stable out your results. You know, in theory. So I really hope you guys, yeah, kill it. Just broke through the open. Good update. Reversal on watch. And yeah, honestly, what I like about the reversal so far is where it's happening at. Remember, this is the gap 50%. And this is the, I think it's the, not yesterday, but 2 days ago, PDCP. Wait, I could be wrong about that. I've already forgot what I drew. No, it is PDCP. I lied. All right. So the big thing about this is like when you're seeing, hold up. When you're seeing like 250% like this, it kind of got to see it as like a whole area. So when I see like it drop out of this for the first time, I know that I can make it to this. But if it's not the first time, let's say it's done this once, came up here again, done this once, it's not as high probability because it's already done it before. So here on the reversal, kind of the same theory here. See how we have this low popped up into it, came back down. See how they made a new low and then broke it again? That's called a liquidity grab. It's to kind of retake all the energy that was lost. So this is like a lot of sellers. They get trapped, you could say, and they're getting caught back up with the retake of this, the meat of that low, I guess you could say. So seeing this kind of come up again, it is nice to get back above the open considering we barely got to it last time. So really want to see just good movement from here. It's not necessarily about getting a good level over here as much because we've already done it once. Now we really want to see a good hold of something that we have lost before, which would be either of these two levels right here. So if you guys can see that, should see a dip buy. If we see a break under that, probably we'll see it kind of fade, maybe even range trade, who knows? It's kind of already doing that. And it was almost an inside bar today. We only missed it by a little bit. This little bit went under the previous day low, so we technically cannot be an inside bar today. But I am still going to be paying attention to see if there's a wick on bottom and a small body that closes today, because as we all know, small bodies can lead to overbought or oversold market. But we don't want to see just one. We want to see a multitude of small bodies on that daily time frame. Good update, though, by Terry. And good shit by you guys, seriously. My 12-year-old is home from school and sitting here with me. That's Bueller right there. Bueller skipping school. Bueller's Day Off. That's funny, though. Hopefully I haven't said anything too crazy. I do just be throwing around curse words like a sailor. Not being an AZZ, but 5 for 5. Nice rocks. And yeah, don't overtrade, bro. Don't overtrade. Not telling you what to do, but, don't overtrade. Fortnite is just the best game on there still. Battlefield, like Warzone stuff, gives me PTSD. Dude, Battlefield's, like, crazy good, though. I'd be running around with an RPG, knocking out helicopters and tanks, and then I'd, like, I don't know, it's just... I could die, and I'll be like, whoa. In other games, it's like, fuck. But on Battlefield, it's like, whoa. It's just, like, cinematic brain rot. Iran's foreign minister. Iran is ready for the U.S. ground invasion. What? Huh? That man has lost the plot. I'll just say that much. Iran is ready for U.S. ground invasion. Every American that reads that today is going to laugh by default. Brother, we bitch about our taxes. We know how much is in that military fund. We're almost at 1 trillion market cap just for military. We're almost at 1 trillion. Nobody on the planet is near that. Whether it's a short war or a long war, we're almost destined to win against a country like that. Now, if Russia and China were like, yo, we're backing Iran for this war, then yeah, it'd probably be a little worse. But that's not what's happening. Sure, they've been funded. Sure, they've been given things by these countries, but they're not backing them in a sense of actually showing up to the battlefield. So, I don't see that happening. Do you know the last country that tried to do a ground invasion on the United States of America? The Japanese. And that failed before it even got in the waters. Before they were even in the waters, that shit failed. Still fighting the 680-70s. I guess we can go through the sectors real quick, guys. You want to go actually talk about something productive? XLK, honestly, it's holding really good levels. Remember, I'll go to the daily time frame, so this makes more sense. On the daily time frame, we've been looking to see if XLK continues to hold. As long as it does, we should see a continuation in the buyer market. If we see any other sectors kind of go alongside that, like XLY, we have triggers at 117.30s because this is where they couldn't get over before. So they're kind of just getting to a resistance while you have tech holding over. So now you can see some of our sectors are actually separated. Yeah, some of them are up, some of them are bouncing, but they're actually not taking the same parts of their charts. Comms, honestly, they've done really well. I wasn't expecting them to move too much just because of how early on they've been kicking ass. Also, that's a very funny chart to stare at. All the lower opens into the higher closes. Banks looking a little scary, not going to lie. We were looking to see if they can get over this area a couple weeks ago. Never saw it. They've pulled back from that since. Even a hammer into the next area. So maybe even looking at banks continuing down. And I won't lie, I was looking at JPM the other day. Where is it? There she is. I saw this, and I just got kind of interested. Because you have an outside bar over this day, and then this goes into an inside bar. So it's a very interesting setup here of just consolidation, kind of. But back to the sectors. Oh, we already talked about comms. What am I doing? Where's industrials? So the sector that's down the most today, funnily enough, is actually the military sector. So bit of a buy the rumor, sell the news kind of chart right now. So probably look to see if that can actually go find a place to dip. Healthcare, as you guys have already noticed and already seen in the stream, has pulled back massively. We talked about this once, shorted MRK, left it alone after that. We got out that very next day. This day happened. We're like, oh shit, getting a second bear set up with an inside bar. We did not take any shorts on this because we were just like, no way it works twice. It did actually work twice, so we'll have to reflect on that more. And then staples. Staples have pulled back, which I have expressed very heavily, commonly, and over and over and over again. I'm probably getting annoying to you guys at this point with this, but this is very healthy for what sector, guys? Staples pulling back is healthy for what sector? Who can tell me? Oh my God, Jazz. Thank you for, I can't even speak English. Thank you for clicking on the YouTube membership thing. The loyal supporter. Welcome to the supporter gang. Gang, gang. Love you. Glad to have you. Make sure to check out the membership tab if you haven't already. This isn't Jazz Loves Kicks, is it? This isn't the same Jazz, right? It can't be the same Jazz. But thank you for that. It isn't? Okay. I would have flipped shit if you were the same Jazz. We used to have a Jazz in our chat. Well, she's still in there, but I was like, no way. But glad to have you, though. Thank you again for checking that out. If you don't know where to look, let me pull that up for you. You just go to the channel, and then it's the membership tab. And you scroll down, and I've been doing like some of the sector uploads here, and then there's a cool playlist called BB Theory. Make sure to go check that out. Yes, Guardian got it. This is very healthy for the tech bounce. So it just kind of adds the healthiness of this bounce. Though we do have some confusing candles now that we're here, mainly because we've hit a target and slowed down. So that's why it could be confusing to some. But in reality, what we need to be focused on is the fact that we've actually gone up. Right? We've retaken the area we need to retake to show, yes, we can move to the 144s again, which allows SPY, again, to try and move up more. And if it isn't moving up more, then we'll probably already notice that because the sectors will tell us that. Like I said, tech looks great. Staples even back up that tech looks great, but everything else looks like shit. Discretionary is at a resistance of 117.30s after this strong bounce, and a very known resistance. Banks are at a known resistance. And then comms are basically at the all-time high resistance. So even if it's not a bearish resistance in that sense, we are against a resistance. So again, just kind of pointing out some of our top sectors actually are struggling. It's the only sector that isn't struggling is tech in terms of positioning. Of course, energy is up, but they're not a large enough weight to impact that enough on SPY. I'll go back to SPY for you guys. I just wanted to yap a little bit about the sectors just to make sure we all understand kind of the sense of what's happening in the market. Because I don't want you to just look at this chart and trade SPY. I want you to look at this chart and be able to break it down with some of the top sectors. And if you want, start with KYFC and P and V. KYFC PV. KYFC PV. If you guys focus on that, you have a good grip on the sectors of SPY, and you have a good grip on where SPY can go with those sectors. You've been a part of the Discord, but I just saw the members only videos and decided to join this too. Oh, you're good. Happy to hear that. Thank you again. I do post a lot of the videos from the Discord on YouTube, but there are a good amount on YouTube that aren't on Discord, but that was not intentional. If there's ever a video you want, I could just send it. I'm not trying to paywall that shit. The only thing that's really paywalled to my community anymore is like the BB3 playlist, that new playlist I came out with, and then like the courses. But I don't even openly promote the courses and be like, hey guys, buy this. I just kind of give it to people when they get lifetime, just because it's, you know, an extra thing. I also don't want someone to think, oh my god, if I get this course, I'll just instantly become profitable. Like, no, that's not what my intention was. It does go over everything, yes, but I don't want to promote it that way. But thank you again for joining the channel. Appreciate you. We're just kind of chilling now. I wasn't even going to stream today, but I'm kind of happy I did. Everybody in chat's really cool. Good Amazon update by Biased, or Too Biased, sorry, in his Too Biased channel. And remember, guys, you can check financialjuice.com or briefingupdate.com or briefing.com. Sorry, not update.com. Briefing.com. You don't have to sign it at all. Pretty cool updates pop up at the very top. Like today, a renewed surge in oil prices combined with data indicating labor market resilience boosted Treasury yields as stock fell amid lower chances of Federal Reserve rate cuts. Like we talked about that the other or 2 days ago. A lot of this kind of ruins the chances of lowering rate cuts now. And then Iran hasn't closed the strait, a military official says. That's pretty much all that was talked about. So oil fell, and then the dollar went up. And then some of the equity market went up. A lot of it has struggled, though. Oil prices surging higher again today as conflict in Iran continues. Broader market mostly lower, particular weakness in defense sectors. Yep. Software names continue to rebound. So that's why you see IGV green as shit. Which Maddie could not have taught us about IGV at a more perfect time. So shout out to Maddie on that. Because we're seeing tech bounce, but it's not the tech sector. It's just a subsector of tech bouncing, which is why IGV is really good. Good update, Terry. Yeah, good looks on that. Maintain that lower high. See if we get that new low of day. I like it. I like your thought process. Might see a little retest of 680.70 here just because it just broke it again. And the first time they went up to it, they actually broke over it and went up. So we could see a retest of that still if they don't just go straight down. But yes, new low of day is very possible here now. Remember, we're also just kind of keeping an eye on the day, too, for control of this area. Because if we're maintaining under this, we probably will cascade down to 675, 678. If we just kind of close flat today, I honestly could see us getting a lower open on Friday and just testing this straight up as like a hammer candle on the daily. Or maybe we break it. You know, who knows? I'm not trying to sit here and pretend I know like the future, but it is nice to kind of think about the forward routes price can possibly take based on what, you know, context we have. We know that we've gone up. We know we've rebounded, but not enough to be super bullish again. 675, 678 is still in control of the buyers. So by default, we're probably more bullish than bearish on the overall charts. But as I've recently shown on these sector charts, there's a lot of things struggling. I think it just looks good because you have tech sector doing so well, which is easy to do because tech sector is a third of the market. You'll sometimes see people say this is propping up the market or this is doing that. That's what this feels like right now. Is it feels like tech is propping up the market, but not all of tech. It's only a couple sectors of it, a couple subsectors of tech. Thank you guys again, by the way, for all the likes on the stream. Shout out to you guys for being here. Random Thursday stream. Thank you guys for all in the Discord too. There have been tons of amazing updates. Tech just went red, by the way. That was up 0.60 when we first talked about that, when Terry brought that up earlier. It is now negative. So these red candles are very valid. If XLK gets worse right here, I see it's at 0.07. Probably going to see this dip down to 678. 675 to 678 range, which all of you have probably gotten tired of hearing me say that number, those numbers. But we have to mention them. Thanks for the stream. Thank you, Data J. Honestly, it's y'all's fault, or y'all's not y'all's fault. It's credit to you guys. I wasn't even gonna stream, but then I got kind of hyped just reading the chat. I was like, damn, I want to be with them. Definitely no stream tomorrow though. But 4 streams last week, 4 streams this week. Kind of on fire. Tobias, yeah, that's for the One Piece treasure, I know. I actually showed a scam coin that's connected to the One Piece shit now. You're gonna find it? Yeah, good luck. You have to go against iShowSpeed, who's making enough money to actually maybe go and find it. And then there's the people, the crypto gang that are funding this one group to go and find it. And then you have the other group of just insane One Piece fans. So, good luck. And honestly, I hope anyone that finds it rips it up and tells no one about it. I hope they don't read it either. I hope whoever finds it burns it, breaks it, whatever needs to be done. That is exactly what the main character would do. I would destroy it. Not read it, not take in the info that it has. Destroy that shit. The person who finds it and does exactly what I just said. Yeah, exactly the GIF you just sent. The person who finds it and does exactly what I just said is easily becoming the most famous person in the world for like the next month. I promise you. They're going to outtrend everybody. It's a little scary how powerful that is. Yeah, facts. Destroying it is the wave. I really, really hope whoever finds it doesn't like I swear to God, if Mr. Beast finds it, I'm just gonna stop watching One Piece. I'm just gonna stop watching everything on the internet. Because if he finds it, we're screwed. He's gonna have like a Hunger Games event to reveal the info that's behind that thing. I almost promise you. But yeah, that is crazy. There's an actual One Piece treasure in real life. You and your homies could go on a pirate ship right now and be your own pirate crew and go and find the One Piece treasure that someone put in real life. That is actually mind bending. Never in my life would I thought it would be real. I also happened to watch it at the perfect time because I'm on my rewatch right now. I watched it like a year and a half ago, caught up, and then here recently I've been rewatching it because honestly the wait for the new episodes has been kind of killing me. I needed to backtest this, but I'm pretty sure I trade better when you were here. I've heard a lot of you guys say that, and I feel like some of you are just being nice. I can't actually tell when you guys are like being real about that or not. So I actually have no idea. But if that's true, then I'm happy to hear it. That reminds me of the Wu-Tang album that they auctioned. Martin Shkreli bought. Yeah, Martin Shkreli is based as fuck for that. Yep, I remember that too. That's why I still have a sliver of respect for him, despite like all the other shit he did. Because it's like, bruh, he literally did the One Piece thing with the Wu-Tang album. And yeah, bought it, kept it private. It's true you trade better. Yeah, that is pretty cool. I'm actually subbed to Martin Shkreli. Whenever he got out of prison, I watched a bunch of his streams. He's actually pretty fucking chill to listen to. I think it's psychological because sometimes I can't even really listen and I still trade better. Maybe I need to install cameras in everybody's room so I'm always there. And you guys think I'm like watching them. In reality, they don't even have batteries on them. It'd be like a placebo effect on you. I'm there, but I'm not there. That'd be the weirdest thing. Yeah, guys, put up cameras in your rooms and just pretend I'm there. Is that the blinking red light? Yeah. Why is that right? Why is that? What's that red light blinking? I thought he said there were no batteries in it. Tech went green, by the way. It's going red again, right as I said that. And every sector seems to just kind of be chilling. I'm trying to see if industrials or healthcare is getting worse, because those are down a lot today. New low of day. I see tech is a little weaker there too, to kind of just back that up, to kind of see, okay, yes, that is a valid red candle. Keeping my eye on that, because now that we push down to this, it's about 0.25, 0.26 on XLK. Should that go lower, then I don't see why SPY won't go lower. See if we get that 678 test we were all looking for. All right, SPY update posted on the wrong channel. Good job, Bueller. You're fucking amazing at your job. I put it in trade floor. Fuck it. I'm leaving it there. 678 tested. W updates, Terry. Sweet like candy cane. 678. So let's fucking go. We're gonna stretch. W Terry in the chat. W Terry. And again, we were only confident in this happening because we got a... Oh my god, why can't I draw? What is this? I'm getting scammed. Here we go. Lower open to initiate it. Rejection of gap. And rejection of previous day control point. So being under the gap and being under the control point, we should be bearish. It's a very, very simple rule in my group. Ever since then, let's just isolate the chart now on everything since then. Right? If I was to just look at the price action since then, how does that look? Pretty damn bearish, right? I think any one of you would agree. This is exactly how you should be looking at your key levels for direction. If there's bullish price action above them or holding them or context that shows otherwise, then yeah, you should be long. If there's any context showing that you should be short or there's some struggle, then yeah, you should be looking that way. But it needs to be from key levels. What did the open do? Where are you at in terms of where's the PDCP? My last like 8 public videos on my YouTube are literally just going over this. And if you go look at the views on those videos, you'll see there not a lot of people give a shit. But it's pretty fucking it's pretty impactful. As a lot of you have probably already realized on your own. Actually, that's a lie. My last public video is that stupid animation video I put up. But before that, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6. 6 videos. Key levels and how to trade around them. Using tech sector to trade SPY with higher probability. SPY plus sector analysis from livestream. How tech charts help us trade. Longer explanation. Key levels each day. More important levels and how to read them every day. It's actually incredible how we just put up the 6 videos. I have yet to put up another public video of just for some random to click on my channel and see. Because once I put those out, I was like, I'm done. I'm done making more public videos. I'm just gonna make videos for the member people, and that's it. Because I'm just repeating the same shit over and over and over and over and over. And it's not a big deal. I'm not complaining, but it is a little exhausting to go and like think, oh, I need to post another public video. Like, no, I don't. I need to apply that energy to like, I need to post another member video, or I need to post a chart, or put the energy into that, not into let me impress people who don't give a shit. I'd rather go and work for the people who do give a shit, not to impress, but to be productive. Letterbuck, oh baby, my contract went kaboom. I keep typing the thing wrong. I type it too quick. Am home. See you guys next week. See you, Tobias. Have a great weekend, man. Hopefully the weather in the Netherlands stays amazing for you. I just like saying weather and nether in the same sentence. It's like some Dr. Seuss stuff right there. Weather in the Netherlands. And with the break or hit of 678, that's more or less seen as like a bearish target hit. If it does cascade down lower, that is only something you would risk for if you had like runners. I would not sit there with like a full position and be like, yep, it'll go to 678. Like, no, you should at least be trimming into the first target there, if anyone is here doing that. Because there's no certainty that it is definitely going to the bottom of our range here that we have set. What if it just goes to the top and rests on it all day? Then you just sat there with your full position for nothing. So trimming at the very least, definitely helpful. If you're someone who only has one, it's a pretty obvious decision. You just take it. And then you can mental rep like you do have a runner, like pretend you have a ghost contract or something, That would be something that's still more effective than being like, oh, I'll just hold my one contract forever, You could still try your best to get something out of it. And thank you guys for all the likes on the stream. Thank you, Jazz, for the member today. Appreciate that. Shout out to all of you guys just for being here. Random Thursday stream. We haven't been doing Thursday streams in a while. But glad to be here. Saw SPY lower open, broke under the previous day close with the rejection. Still not really 100% bearish at that point, but definitely seeing like the early signs of it. Until we see the break of 683.30s, then it was like, okay, this could try to come down. It doesn't feel so obvious when you're seeing a chart that looks like this, though. And that's what a lot of people in my chat are trying to get better at. So if I was to just look at this, You know, how many of you would be like, yeah, that looks good for shorts? Like, some of you would probably instantly lock your eyes onto the fact that there's a literal high or low above current day open, but you're ignoring context if you call that out. If you just see this, you're ignoring what this did. You're ignoring what this did. You're ignoring when it came down and came back up that it didn't take anything. You're ignoring all of this context by only looking at this. So, kind of a unique situation today. It does happen, though. Until we see the loss of the halfway point of the previous day. Nice little target into the gap halfway point, which I'm sure everybody on the internet has marked because it's a very important level. And then a good little reaction to it, continuation under it. And then here later on in the day, we're finally seeing, once we came back up again, couldn't take anything, pulling back down to 678, 675. But until what? Until we actually saw the sectors kind of recover, settle, and then re-show us, yeah, we're not going up today. Sorry, bud. So I think a lot of this right here is just kind of like your sectors trying to settle, trying to figure out which ones are at support, which ones are trying to sell more, which ones are trying to bounce. Because you could have argued, yes, there was a good bounce. There was even a second good bounce. And a lot of the time it was because of the tech sector going up and some of these other sectors actually not going down further or even bouncing slightly. Just to kind of add on to the effect of tech going up a little bit. Great update, Mike, too. He said XOK at 139 support. 4 hour was key for me. Looked like an evening star from all the way back to the prime. Oh. Oh, what's up, Seth? I actually meant to reply to you, but not gonna lie, I went to sleep. Not then. I just got kind of tired of Discord. Oh, there's not really much for me to reply to, but this is actually a fucking 10 out of 10 response from you. Deploying direction can't try to focus the context. Definitely let my feelings rise. Yeah, I mean, I get that way too. That's why it's like, I think it's easier for me to reply to you like that because I literally was in my stream the other day, and I know you weren't here because you had Discord issues, but I was literally in here going, damn, I wonder how Seth is. I hope he's not looking at it because I was looking at coin. I kept checking it, and I was like, man, why do I keep doing this to myself? I need to stop. So I was like, I can only imagine what he's doing as well. Because it's funnily enough, lately, you and me were like in a kind of a similar scenario. 2 different tickers, 2 different parts of the market. But like emotionally, kind of the same. So I think that's why it was easy for me to reply to you because it was just like I was literally going through the same thing. Different reasonings, maybe even too, but like still very, very similar. Been working all AM. Oh, all good. Honestly, today wasn't too bad. It just you had to be a little patient at the open. You had to use the context of the drop. You had to use the context that we're rejecting close. And even then, from here, you're still not more bearish than bullish. You're still in the understanding of, well, it could bounce from here. It's until this candle closed that it was like, okay, this is trying to come down at least a little bit. We'll see what else it could do from there. And since then, we haven't really seen anything show, yeah, we're trying to go up. So kind of a fadeaway day, I guess you could say. Not a horrible day. But all good. But there's always more opportunity. I also went through some of the swing stuff today, I think, before you got in here. And I was just kind of covering how a lot of them worked out. Even a majority of the ones that we didn't even touch, there was maybe 2, I think, that didn't really move. Not like trying to brag about it, but it's just like it was nice seeing the like setups that we talked about, the routes they could take. It was kind of nice since we've been in the stream going over them together, seeing all that kind of work out. And then even more impressive, I think, is seeing that healthcare sector pull back. Man, that was definitely foreseen. And I think I just kind of I think I second guessed myself. It was like, yeah, guys, good gain. When in reality, I should have been full sending on that. Like, hey, everybody, we should keep shorting healthcare. It just failed again, is what I should have been. But instead, my reaction was, well, I'm bearish, but I think I'm going to leave it alone, you know, which I guess is still smarter than just saying I'm going to go in without thinking, but still. It is nice to reflect and think on what I could have done better to try to be more confident, but without making shit up. Because I think just saying, well, just be more confident, like, yeah, good job, that helps. Doesn't actually do anything. So you got to come up with like a couple ways to kind of keep yourself in the zone or just a little bit more motivated to do so or to do better. Or whatever. But yeah, I really liked our conversation. I won't read it out loud or anything, but I am happy that you and me talked about that because I was thinking about you. Good updates, everybody. Just kind of rereading through the chat. Damn, Pops replied or reacted to the post in Levels and Swings, bro. Pops is in chat again. No problem, bro. It helps me too talking to you. Like talking it out, it just kind of helps getting it out of your system. Because if you don't, it feels like it's just trapped in there and you're just going to keep repeating the mistake just because you didn't get it out. Even though you're probably in your head thinking, I want to avoid this at all costs. But it's good to get shit out. It's good to just kind of let it out. I know that helped me at least. I know I can be a pain in the ass. Levels are going nuts. Yeah, I agree, Kevo. Levels are actually on crack today. I mean, honestly, it's funny we say this so much too. I feel like if you go into like all the last streams and all the different breakdowns and chat, like how many times have we all said, "Damn, these levels are nuts. Damn, these levels are crazy." Like it's gotten to the point now where it's just like it's normal to me. It's probably normal to a lot of you now, where it's like, but it's still impressive. Like you're almost just like you're almost saying it's nuts because it's impressive and you're proud of it. Not really necessarily because we're shocked or surprised. It's more or less just because it's like, yeah, it's just nice to see. Because yeah, I agree. I've probably said these levels are nuts. These levels are crazy good. These levels are killing it today. Like I probably said that a million times. It never gets old. Literally never gets old. Oh, I did look at Elf, yes, but I that was the one I wasn't really like calling out or getting into, and honestly didn't even have a real route for this because when I was looking at it, because I brought it up and then I saw a couple people talk about it, but what I was saying in stream is like I did like it for longs, and then we had this candle, and then it was kind of like a bullish target was like failed, like it like had the breakout and then failed. So then I was like, all right, I'm gonna chill, I'm gonna wait, and then it had a bearish kicker the next day. So I was like, okay, shit. So good pullback by them, and there were clear signals saying that it was trying to pull back. There was no real entry candle here yet. These two were very, very good indications of not touching longs on that yet. And then that happened. I didn't even look at this yet. This still looks like shit. It looks like it needs to come down to this area more. But when it comes to where it's at on the chart, I do like it a lot. I like where it's at on the over, like when you actually zoom out more. I do like where it's at. I just think it needs some more time. I would love to see it you that fucking support. And honestly, if it retakes this level early next week or Friday, you know, maybe you could look at it then for 8240s to the 90 breakout. But I do like where it's at on the chart. I am a little worried about the semiconductor sector, though. AMD and Nvidia look like meh. Coin slowed down. Some of the healthcare tickers are getting oversold now, too. God, Netflix, you really did God's work. God did. IGV. Which, again, shout out to Maddie for this. I really, really love the info on this because this really shows that there was actually a good number of tech stocks that still did really good. It's just not your big boys. It's not your top dogs. It's not your semiconductors. So I thought that was cool that we now know that, or can actually use that and look at it and understand the context behind it. Guys, tech is down a lot more. And it's not a coincidence that when you go to SPY, it has such a single seller move on it when we see that on tech. It's actually pretty awesome how that lines up so well. All right, guys, I think I'm going to end the stream here in about 10 to 11 minutes. So if you guys have any questions or anything you want to get out or just share, please feel free to. I always try to leave the end of the stream a little open for anybody else to kind of just get anything out, or maybe a question hit them at the end. Or maybe they just wanted to share something. But I think it will be ending the stream here a little bit soon. Terry Budd said, fun day with y'all, calling it for the day. Have a good rest of the week and a great weekend. You too, Bud. Thank you for being here, man. I just called him Bud when he has Bud in his name. But good to see you, Terry. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for the cool messages. Keep killing it. Have a great weekend too, Bud. All I want to say is much love to everyone. I respect the fuck out of that, Alex. Ending the stream off with a heart. I don't think anyone will feel bad about that. And though we are still dumping, it's not really that we're moving still that I'm ending it. It's just I'm honestly just chilling. 676.30s though. I'm a little impressed to see that. If we see 675, I will also be impressed about that. You know, moving down that much, very impressive. Which again, very possible due to us being under today's open and the previous day control point, and now we're under a larger time frame gap, 50%. It's screaming at us that we're under 3 important levels. So I could see why there's a one directional move from there, but we can all agree that it is impressive that we've moved down from 686 and honestly targeting 675 at this point of the day, which is crazy to say out loud now. Yeah, huge moves in the market though. Like I said, they're going to end the stream here in about 10 minutes. If anybody has anything, feel free to share. Awesome stream, bro. Thank you, Alice. It's honestly the people like you that make it so. Seriously, just showing up and just talking to cool people and having good questions to read out and just kind of discuss some random shit. Some of you guys give me good layups to have good conversations. You know, maybe some lurker or noob in the chat shows up and they hear some of it and hopefully it helps them. Maybe they can take a piece of it for themselves. But yeah, very cool. I really do give a lot of the credit to all the people in the chat, though. Like, without y'all, it would be hard to stream. It would be hard to click the live button. It would be annoying to even wake up, you know. But everybody in here is super chill. Everybody here is super cool. Despite all my, you know, my issues. I know I'm not the easiest person to follow and get along with. But I do appreciate everybody. Or anybody who's stuck through my ignorant shit. And thank you guys again, too, for all the likes as well. Almost 20 on an unannounced stream is a little nuts. It's kind of a big deal for my channel. And remember to go check out the latest short. It is kind of dying because I forgot to share it everywhere. But it's not really about the views. I genuinely think this one is funny. If you watch this, you should laugh. Also, it's copying an anime template there. So it's even funnier for people who know. You're good in my book, you're genuine, that's what counts. I try to be. Definitely try my best. But I make mistakes. XOK at Tuesday to Wednesday overnight fib. Good update, Matthew. I can actually picture that in my head without even going to it. From Tuesday to Wednesday overnight fib. Which one is it at, though? Is it at the 50%? Is it at the GP? Is that an extension? What part of that fib is it at? Give me that info. Let's say my hands just broke off, Matthew. Help me out here. Oh, that would suck. Both of your hands breaking. Heroic beat Paravision. How? God, this team's just falling to pieces. Damn, the short that goes up later today will be the 1000th video. That's fucking crazy to say out loud. I need to get better at scalping emotionless, especially runner always gets stopped out nervously. Makes me wonder if leaving a runner is still a wise choice from personal course or just waiting on levels hits. If you are noticing a pattern, take advantage of it. I are educated. I are educated. I love being educated. Thanks for steaming. Steaming? I can't even speak. I'm done. GG. Thanks for streaming and educating. No problem, man. I don't really like using that word, to be honest, though, because I don't really think of it as like, I'm y'all's teacher. I'm educating you. If you guys don't have me, you suck. Like, I don't like to think about it like that. I just see it as like some guy on the internet sharing his shit. You guys also like it. You got into it. You're passionate as I am. But I don't want to sit here and act like a professor or anything, because I'm definitely not. Didn't even finish 10th grade. Coaching? Maybe. I don't like titles, to be honest. I genuinely don't like titles. Every time someone gives me like a title, I'm like, hey, I'm like cringing inside. How about friend? We're all just friends. I'll take that. I'll take that title. We're all friends who just happen to like the same levels. You could say I put you on. But yeah, Sir Friend Bueller. Yeah, I don't like titles though. It's just weird. Titles are for people in the military. You know, those that's a title. You know, captain, lieutenant, these are titles. That's real shit right there. Oh my god, I looked at my watch list wrong and I thought it said coin was at 195. But it was AMD. Only title I care about is dad, exactly, dude. There's like actual important titles in the world. Educator is not one of them. At least for me, it isn't. If there's a teacher out there, like, sure, that's the person who deserves the title. Dad is a good title. Man, to all you guys that like actually take care of your kids, I bet your wives love you. Or you're divorced. I guess it's one or the other. Damn, the big difference between that. I say that as someone in a divorced household. Or from a divorced household. What's up, Kevo? Good to see you. What's up, Letterbuck? Mike 2, JC, Oust. Love you all. I'm going to end here in a few minutes. I'm just kind of just reading off different things. Happy to have done the stream today, though. Seriously. A lot of streams and videos and posts. It's definitely a lot, but it's definitely fun when you're like kind of keeping track of the story and you feel like you actually understand what's possible. You know, you don't know what's coming next. None of us do. But it's good having like a sense of direction and that intuition of like, all right, well, this happened, so I should be looking for this next. You know, that's what I mean. Not necessarily guessing and getting lucky. But it is nice to see everybody in the chat also on the same page, so everybody's kind of killing it. But I think I will end it there. I do appreciate each and every one of you for being here, showing support. Thank you for the YouTube gifted membership. Thank you for anybody in the Discord sharing updates. It's honestly kind of fun when I come in here and it's not just me sharing shit. I love that I can come into chat and it's like 15 of you doing it. Kevo, of course, leading the way. Ryaku leading the way. Letterbuck leading the way. You know, there's plenty of like big leaders in the chat. But everybody's doing their part. And honestly, if you feel like you're not, just pick it up. Seriously, interact, engage. There's plenty of channels to go into and type into, to post charts into, to kind of talk to yourself on. If you ever feel like you're spamming the chat, I'm going to let you know right now that you're being stupid. You're not scamming. You're not spamming chat by going in and posting a couple times in a row. Jesus Christ, guys, there's not 100 people typing. So stop feeling that way if you feel that way. I'm telling you right now. Because I've had a few of you be like, well, I wanted to post this, but I didn't want to spam the chat with my poor quality of a post. My brother / sister in Christ, please just share your thoughts and opinions. That's all we are asking for. We will love you regardless. I don't care if you're blue. I don't care if you're yellow, purple. I don't care if you're from the Netherlands. I don't care if you're from fucking Texas. I don't care where you're from. I don't care what color you are. Share your thoughts and opinions, man. That's all anyone cares about. What are you looking at? What are you interested in? And if you happen to see something that is already posted that you're interested in, go reply to it, interact with it. Promise you'll get a good boost out of it. That's how you build habits, exactly. You got to start at some point. Yo, what's up, Rigney? I'm literally ending stream. Good job. W mod. Thanks for stream B. Thank you, Garden, for being here. Thank you, Data J, for being here. But yeah, I'm in the stream now, guys. Thank you all. Have a great Friday, I guess, without me. Have a great weekend. I'm sure I'll still post some shit in the chat. I can't stay away. But yeah, I'll post the polls message as well a little early just so everybody has it. But thank you guys again. Seriously, love you all. Have a great weekend. Have a great Friday. Have a great everything. Seriously. Don't overtrade. I'm on your shoulder like Jiminy Cricket. Have a good weekend, though. Love you all.